I am now unmuted. Haha.
It's 2021. I'd figure out how to unmute myself before I start speaking by now. So let's try that again. Hello, everyone. This is Oscar Capel, your local Legal Shield associate, with another episode today, and thanking PNN for hosting the show. Let me see how we start today. We're doing relationship and health and wellness, and how do I bring that into the legal field? Quite simply, what is your relationship with your lawyer or your law firm? Do you have the ability to pick up the phone, ask them a question whenever you need to, or do you think a lawyer is someone that's high up on a pedestal and you can't get to them and they won't answer the phone? And if they do answer the phone, it's going to cost you a bundle, and they might get back to you within a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whenever, because you're not their best customer. That's the old way of doing legal services. So the first thing I want to say is you need to have a relationship with your law firm, because sometimes bad things happen to good people. One example right here, this poor guy spent 37 years in jail for a crime he didn't do because he did not have good legal representation. And with bad things happening to good people, who's gotten one of these in your mirror, and you get stopped for a traffic ticket? These things happen. And all right, what about dying without a will? That is huge, especially now COVID is going on. People are still getting sick. They don't have a will. They don't have a healthcare power of attorney. They don't have a financial power of attorney. Things that you need to have in place as you're going through life. These are the things that having a good lawyer will help you out with. A lot of people, unfortunately, think that they use Google, Bing, and Yahoo as their law firm, but unfortunately, as far as I know, they never passed the bar. So you really need a good law firm and a good lawyer from the trivial to the traumatic things that happen in your life that you need legal counsel for. One of the things that, if you watch TV and they say counselor approach the bench in a court scene, lawyers are counselors, and you need good counseling so you can go forward with your decisions. So starting tomorrow, you can actually have a law firm representing you. You can pick up the phone and say, hey, I got a question. Actually, there's 101 questions that you can ask your law firm. I've literally printed them out. I don't know if you can see it because it's white on white, but we have 101 questions you would normally ask your law firm. And this is something that a lot of people with means can do. They can pick up their phone and call their $400 an hour lawyer and get the answers they need. But legal services have been priced out of most people's reach. And that's where Legal Shield comes in. Think of Legal Shield as the Netflix of legal service, where Blockbuster is your lawyer that you pay by the hour, and Legal Shield is your Netflix. You pay one fee, and have access to that law firm by phone as much as you need to get questions answered. If you have a contract you need reviewed, if you have a tenant lawyer, a tenant landlord dispute, you get all this information, things that you really need. The number one thing I ask people to do is, if you're going to buy a new car, run that contract through the law firm. It will save you a bunch of money. Contact me. I'll let you know exactly what happened to one of our clients. If you need to call me, 646-578-7097 is my number. And Phil probably has something going on down here with information, which I'm not looking at right now because I'll get distracted. So 101 reasons why you should have a good working relationship with your law firm. But now comes a question: how do I access my lawyer? I know I need a lawyer. I know I need a law firm. How do I access it? What do I do? Legal Shield has made it so simple because it is app-based. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. This is our app. And with this app, you can literally touch a button and do everything you need to do right there on your app. Simply, you need to call your law firm. If you need to start your will, if you get a traffic ticket, you can actually snap a picture of the traffic ticket, send it to the law firm. They will let you know what to do in that situation anywhere in the United States or Canada. So if you get a ticket in Louisiana, you don't want to fly down there for the court date, you can have a Legal Shield lawyer from that law firm in that state represent you. Like, the biggest difference between Legal Shield and all these other places are, it's not like a 1-800 lawyer. Legal Shield, a corporate entity, they basically will have one law firm per state. Most states have one law firm in that state, and you deal with everything you need to deal with that state, because a lot of things are state specific. A will that you make in New York, if you move to Florida when you retire, it might not be valid in Florida because it wasn't updated to the Florida standards. So that's important to have, to know that your legal needs change from state to state, and you have a law firm that will represent you with that law firm in that state. So that's another beautiful thing about having this. The other fantastic thing, let me find this one, is this: how many people do you know have access 24 hours a day to their law firm? With Legal Shield app on your phone, you can have access 24/7, 365. And by you, that means you, your spouse, significant other, not both. All right, it's got to be one or the other. And up to 10 children in your family, as long as they're under the age that are covered. So you have that legal protection for your family 24 hours a day. And that's what makes it very, very valuable. The other thing that makes it valuable is the cost. It is about $25 a month to protect the whole family with a Legal Shield coverage policy. And that is $25 a month to cover you for everything you need. And that's the most that it'll cost, because the other thing that they've done, which is really, really cool, is they got together with companies that will offer you discounts just because you are a Legal Shield member. So for example, my discount on Verizon, like, remember I said that we're costing about $25 a month for the coverage. I get an 8% off of my fee from Verizon, and that translated, if I can move the right way, into a $32.54 check to me, basically off of my Verizon bill. So I'm paying 24, I'm getting back 32. It's pretty much a damn good idea to have this app on your phone to protect the family and get yourself some money back. The last thing I want to cover on this, and then I'm going to open it up for questions and give it back to Phil, is the shirt I'm wearing, Operation Underground Railroad. With every sale that we make, we donate money to Operation Underground Railroad. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's a team of people that are working all around the world to rescue children from sex trafficking and sexual exploitation. So it's a huge cause, and we're doing more and more to get the word out about what they do, how they do it. You can go to ourrescue.org and find out more about it and see what you can do to actually help either financially, get trained on even how to spot human trafficking. That is huge. And that's what I'm doing with Legal Shield and our cooperation with Operation Underground Railroad. The last thing I want to hit on is your relationship with money. Now, I do this because I love to help people, but I get paid for this, which is really, really good. One of the beautiful things about this is when you become an associate, not only you're associate, you're able to help people fix their problems with legal, and also we have the identity theft that I'll be talking about next week. But you now become an entrepreneur. There are two different tax systems. There's a tax system for a W-2. There's a tax system for a 1099, or a business owner as a 1099. You get a bunch of tax deductions. This woman, Courtney Epps and Robert McFadden, wrote a book which is called What's Your Plan B? And the subtitle is Why You Would Be Brain Dead Not to Own a Home-Based Business and really take advantage of the tax breaks that are available for entrepreneurs. So that is my short clip for today to let you know about having a relationship with your law firm, having that one-on-one conversation with lawyers without it being some mystical thing that people don't know about. And again, at a certain income bracket, lawyers are part of your everyday life because you're taught, your family says, if we have a problem, talk to our lawyer. If this happens, talk to our lawyer. If you're not in that top 5%, you're not taught that as a child. So talking to a lawyer is not a relationship that you would have on a day-to-day basis because we were not taught. So Phil, Richard, if you guys are around, you can come in and ask some questions. And if Rich behaves, it'll be even better. Here we go. We're back.
That's no fun. I don't want to behave.
That's what we love about you. You don't behave. You wait till you get your section. I'll be in the background.
So I know you have talked to me about this before. Now, is it only restricted to lawyers, or are there other services on the app as well?
Well, the Legal Shield app covers all the legal services, and that is, and again, 90% of what they will do are covered in that $25 a month subscription. But if you need more things done, like if you're doing a trust and a will, that trust is going to cost more. If you're being represented in court, that's going to cost more. But New York, I believe, has 60 hours of civil defense at $50 an hour, as opposed to $400 an hour. New Jersey, those 60 hours are included in the monthly fee. Like I said, every state is different. So it's very state specific. That's why they contract one law firm per state, so they know exactly what those laws are and how they apply to you.
Now, what if I have a couple of close-knit attorneys that I work with when I'm doing my mortgages for real estate, settlement attorneys, stuff like that when I'm doing my loans. What if they're not a part of Legal Shield and they want to join? What's the process that they would have to go through?
The process, and especially this is the beautiful thing. Legal Shield really dovetails into a lot of different businesses. So if you're a lawyer, and let's say you're not part of a huge firm, you're a single, you're a mom and pop law firm. It's just you. You end up having to, give away business to other lawyers. You have to refer out. And that's really good. You get a good referral base, but that doesn't do anything for your bottom line. As a lawyer, and there are a lot of lawyers that are also Legal Shield associates, now they're referring out work that they don't do to the law firm that belongs to that state. So now, not only do you again, these law firms are top rated law firms because they get paid in advance to take care of their clients, and they don't have to advertise. They get a lump of money, and on the 10th of each month, like, take care of our customers. So it's really good. Let me do one more background change. Um, this is a letter that they wrote for me when I had a problem with my car. I had the car fixed. 2 years later, the part went bad. I went back to the dealership, said, hey, this isn't working out right. I need you to replace the part. They told me it was $497 because why? It was 2 years out of warranty. And normally I pay it and walk away, but I said, I have the app. Let me touch the app, call my law firm. And they said, let's see all the service records for those 2 years. And then they found out all these things that I complained about that could have been leading to the problem with that part. So they wrote up what I call a motivational letter to the service manager and said, our client is not happy with the service that you guys provided over these 2 years, and that's why the part went bad, and you should reimburse them. So yeah, they gave me back my money right away, and I got a Mr. Capel, we're sorry for the misunderstanding call, as opposed to there's a door, don't let it hit you on the way out. So your lawyer that's doing closings, that's doing whatever it is they're doing, their clients are going to have other legal matters, whether it's making a will or, now you got a contractor. You just bought a house. You got a contractor. What if the contractor doesn't do the right job? What do you do? What's your recourse? Better
Or what
Business
if
Bureau, whatever. Now he's like, hey, I'm calling my law firm and you can mean it.
you just bought a house, and maybe you're an elderly couple, or you bought a house and you're a young couple and you have kids and you want to leave them something. A lot of people don't know this, but probate can be a real PETA when it comes to property. And
A
my
real what?
PETA, it's an abbreviation, it's an acronym.
Oh, okay.
It's an acronym.
No,
So
don't let them do it. Don't.
Mm.
So a lot of people don't know that. My father passed away last year, and he didn't have a will. And now we're almost a year and a half in. I did my stepmom's refinance, cash out, so she could buy his condo,
Mhm.
but it's still in probate. We're going, it's February 21 or May 21. He passed away February 2020. So, you don't know how long this is going to take. And with COVID, everything slowed down. So it's better to have these things in place. Having a will, you buy a house, get a will. You buy a house, get life insurance to cover the cost of your home. If in case, nobody knows when their time is up. When your time is up, your time is up. So you want to be prepared, and you want to make sure that your loved ones are financially secured as well. And your assets. That's the most important thing, the assets.
I mean, I like what Oscar was saying about you not using Google as your attorney.
Yeah.
Because
Google, Bing, and
I
Yahoo
mean,
past the bar.
yeah, I mean, they may have taken it, but I don't think they passed it.
Well, you never heard of the attorneys of Bing, Google, and Yahoo, attorneys at law?
Yeah, I did. Especially the Bing guy. I mean, he's definitely the one I would go with.
And the other law firm of Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe, and that's the other one.
But I was telling somebody the difference between Legal Shield and
Legal Zoom and Legal
Zoom, right? Yeah, because I mean, with Legal Shield, you actually have an attorney. With Legal Zoom, you're getting the forms, you got all the different stuff, but you're not able to like call them, hey, can I speak to the attorney?
Well, they've gotten a little smarter there. Actually, the last time I checked, they actually have real lawyers with Legal Zoom. But the big print giveth and the fine print taketh away. The fine print said, we do not endorse these lawyers. We don't know who they are. They advertise on our space, and whatever happens between you and them is up to you. We're hands off. Whereas in Legal Shield, the corporation is Big Brother. They are looking at every law firm to see how they do. And every time that you get any kind of interaction with them, you'll get an email that says, how did they do? Rate them on this, this, and this. They want to know how that law firm did, because why? They get paid every month to take care of their most important customer, me. So if I'm not happy, they're not happy. And guess what they can do? They can take that 800 number, give it to the next law firm and say, how would you like a whole bunch of money that you don't have to advertise to take care of our clients? So that's the clout that they have to make sure that they get the best law firm.
Wow.
But at the price, again, the Netflix price, that the new economy, the disruptive marketing, whatever you want to call it, disruptive marketing is taking something that already existed forever and just making it easier to access and a whole lot cheaper because you're using that group buying power. That's the difference. And the other thing, and again, I'm going to go back to Operation Underground Railroad. And Phil, we got a show coming up on the Bishop's Corner. We've done a couple already talking about Operation Underground Railroad and what people can do to stop human trafficking, especially children, the sex trafficking and the organ harvesting, which, is a crime against humanity.
It is, Oscar. And I think that's, we really want to give that exposure to this issue because it's a serious issue. I mean, we had a previous program on that, and we had Marjorie, who is a part of she works as a social worker, and she was talking about even in foster care, you have to be really careful as far as children who are going through the foster care system because they're an easy target. Right.
Yep.
And so, yeah, this is something that is going on probably in your neighborhood and you're not even aware that it's going on. But that's going to be this Thursday at 8. So you don't want to miss that. You really don't want to miss that. You want to know how you can be a part of the solution. I think you disappeared, Oscar. Oh, there you go.
I just wanted to change the background and not have my face in the middle.